Hello, gamers, and welcome to Xbot and Pony. My name is Phil.
My name is Nick.
And you and I, Nick, we are big collectors of retro video games, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes, as you can see, in case you hadn't noticed, it's a big part of our lives. It's something that we really enjoy. But there's been something that's rather curious that's been happening over the last 12 months or so, and it might be down to people being locked down and wanting to sort of maybe go back to a more pleasant time in their lives, and reminisce a little bit. But GameCube games have been shooting up in price. They've been going absolutely insane. Have you seen any of this?
I haven't actually. I did see it probably back in 2019, 2018. A little jump as well. There's a few places I go for retro collecting goodies, and as you know, there's a few Facebook groups and that, local ones. And you can kind of see the trends when, here's a $50 game, then all of a sudden people are selling it for $70. And you're like, well, hang on, or $80. It's like, well, when did this happen? And it just happens, apparently. Things become more popular and people want them, and there's more demand, so the price just goes up. And collectors know this, and the price hike happens, especially on eBay. It goes up even higher. So, yeah, not so recently myself because I haven't been looking, but what have you found?
Well, it seems to be almost in tandem with what's going on in the general discourse around gaming, right? So, example that I can show you is F-Zero GX, right, for the GameCube.
Awesome game.
It's a great game. It's a great game. And for a while, there were these sort of rumors. There's like, oh, is there going to be a new game? There was a new Twitter handle that went up, and he also featured. Captain Falcon was in the Smash trailer.
Yeah.
Now, I've got it here. All right. So, and you can actually. Oh, maybe I don't have it on there. The original price. I bought this in the UK for £15. So it's about $30 in Australia. About that, right? Which is, I would have thought, an okay price, but it's a little bit higher than I'm comfortable with, but it's okay. It's fine. Now, when I look it up for Australian prices as to what things have been selling in the last month alone, okay, F-Zero GX on the 10th of August, $124.
Oh.
On the 12th, $120. On the 16th, $125. So it's on average, 120 to 125.
Wow. And wasn't that price when it first came out?
No, I mean that's insane. All right, and so obviously, like this, there's been a bit of a boom in the cost of that game. The one that really surprised me as well is Kirby's Air Ride. Right,
okay.
Which seems to be one of those games that not many people necessarily know about, but those that do are really obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Really obsessed. And when I looked it up, most recent one sold for $250.
Wow.
Yeah, $250, and I think I paid the equivalent of maybe $40 at the time. And I was like, "What the hell is going on?" I really, really don't know. So I'll go through a couple more really quickly. But Mario Kart Double Dash, okay, which again I think I got for like, oh, there you go, £1.
There you go. Look at that, £1.
$2 has been consistently selling for about $90.
It's
throughout the month of August.
That's pretty high.
Yep.
I mean, in Australia, they always are a little bit higher than the UK because there's less copies around. And for some weird reason, people pay more money just for, you probably can't see it here, but look, I've got a copy of Pac-Man here, but I was a naughty little importer with my little action replay and freeloader. So, but I've got another one here, obviously, but this little, so you'd be surprised.
You want the Aussie ratings on it.
Want that because the amount of copies released in Australia with that printed on it, very small compared to, say, the UK. But in saying that, the price shouldn't be huge, like you're saying. It shouldn't be that much of a jump. That's very interesting.
It's insane, isn't it?
Not like F-Zero, Mario. It's not like there isn't lots of them around. There's plenty of them made. Unlike, say, something like this, or I know this one fetches a bit of a price as well. And so does Ikaruga. It's very.
I can imagine that one would. Yeah.
But you think those games would
Well, that's you saying
be
that,
plenty
right?
of them around.
So Mario Sunshine, probably one of the most common games on the GameCube, right? Probably one of the better selling ones. It is currently selling in Australia for an average of $130.
Yeah.
Like that's nuts. That's nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's happening. Wind Waker is the other one that I keep finding. He's going for like $150. And they're 22 pounds. So like $40, something like that. That's what I paid for it.
Okay. I don't have Wind Waker.
What the hell's going on?
I got Four Swords. What's Four Swords going for?
Oh, we can look that up. Yeah. I'm sure we can find something like that.
I know that was fairly rare.
The one that really shocked, because like when the new Paper Mario came out, I was thinking, everyone always talks about, was it the 1,000-year door? And I was like, maybe I should actually go back and play that game. That's the one that everyone seems to praise. And every time it's over $300.
300. Yeah.
Over $300.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Any big theories? Why do you think GameCube in particular has rocketed? Because other consoles around that generation, it hasn't. PS2 games haven't particularly shot up. Xbox, the original one, hasn't particularly shot up. Dreamcast games, depending what they are, haven't really shot up.
Hover around the $50 for the big ones.
Yeah.
You'll notice a lot of N64 games are the same, especially in Australia. Resident Evil 2, I think, had 250 copies released. I've got a copy of that. I think it goes for $400. StarCraft 64 is a $600 N64 game.
Wow.
Snowboard Kids 2, I think it's a $300 game as well. Even your Banjo-Kazooies and Banjo-Tooies are around the $80 to $100. Your Conker's Bad Fur Day sits at a cart by itself, $250 for cart only. Because there's just not many of them around. They didn't manufacture many of the Australian ones. In saying that, a lot of, which doesn't really happen, you can see here, this is a UK copy of Killer 7, and they've just slapped a Aussie sticker over it. Which they used to get away with. They weren't meant to get away with, but they did get away with it eventually. There was a bit of an argument about them not being able to do that. I don't know why GameCube games would spike now. I mean...
So I guess the obvious one that jumps to my head is it's got to be because you can only play those games on the GameCube, right? It's got to be.
Or the Wii U.
Well, on the Wii, yeah, you can obviously put the discs in there. But as in, like, they haven't actually been released elsewhere. You can't download a digital version of a GameCube game. You can't play Mario Sunshine on your Wii or your Wii U or your Switch. It's just not available. So the only way to do it is to play the original version. OG Xbox games, you can get them on Game Pass. PS2 games, not many, but you can get a few on big ones, on PS4 off the storefront. So maybe that's what it is now it's going to the point where people are a bit nostalgic for it, and it's the only way to play them.
The only way to do it is to actually have a Wii or a GameCube and buy the physical disc, because you can't download them digitally. I don't know why Nintendo hasn't jumped on this before. We've said it ourselves. Even a mini GameCube, skip the N64, go straight to the mini cube. Controllers are small enough, it'd work. The games were, a couple of gigs each? Yeah, you'd have to have a big memory card in there. The price would be a bit higher, but if they can do a PlayStation Mini, what were they? They were 700 megabytes, weren't they? PlayStation, some games were bigger than that. So, and the GameCube just were 1.5 gigs.
There you go.
So
it would sell. People would buy it.
Difference. So they can do it. It's possible. Flash memory is not expensive. So people will jump on that. They will buy a GameCube Mini straight away. If they don't want to put it on Switch, sell a GameCube Mini, or do the Mini first, make a killing off that, and then chuck them on the Switch later. And people will double dip. People want that nostalgia, especially like you said, in lockdown, can't go anywhere, working from home, plenty of time on your hands, reduced hours at work. The GameCube was a great console. It had so many really good.
It really did. Yeah, we've discussed this before. It was probably Nintendo at some of their most experimental.
I'd say so. Yeah. And it was probably their last traditional console that was going for powerful and tradition. Normal controller. It was powerful. It kept up with the competitors. It kept up with the other consoles. It didn't have a less power thing. Whereas from the Wii onwards, the consoles were underpowered. But there's some really, really good games on there, which eventually we hopefully will see ported or come to a Nintendo console, or even an Xbox or PlayStation console as a third-party game.
Maybe, eh?
Maybe. We had the Capcom 5 and, Killer 7. I mean, I love this game. I don't know if you ever played Product Number 3. I loved it.
I've heard really good things about it. Yeah, it's meant to be really good.
The worst way to describe it would be a 3D action Space Invaders. Like, you have to stand still to shoot, very much Resident Evil style, and you get upgrades and you get new suits, and it's more of a puzzle game than it is, think Matrix, dodging bullets as they come at you and enemies shoot at you, but while trying to shoot everybody and dodge at the same time. And yeah, so much fun, but very puzzle orientated action shooter, not just a run and gun shooter. So I don't know why games like that, it obviously didn't sell a great deal, but they've got a following. Why haven't they ported these games, Capcom? I mean, they've ported Resident Evil 4 to your fridge.
Beautiful Joe. Why is there no Beautiful Joe?
Do I even have... Yeah, look.
You see, I'll look it up in a second. I bet that second one in particular, I bet it's worth loads now.
It was $90. My mate bought this one for me because it was hard to find. I think it was another one where we only got... I mean, it was obviously a UK copy, but we only got a few released in Australia. EB Games, I think each store got 2 copies. And EB bought the whole shipment. So I don't think you could buy it anywhere else. That was the same with Resident Evil 2 on the 64. I think I said this before, but I had to get my copy from Blockbuster in Australia because Blockbuster bought all 250 copies.
Well, here you go. So it's not... it's not as bad as I was expecting it. Average is about $85.
Yeah, it's still up there.
And Four Swords was also averaging about sort of 80, 85 as well.
What about these puppies?
Donkey Konga. Oh, I don't know. Let's have a quick look.
Jungle Bee.
I know that the actual bongos have gone up in price as well. You can't.
Get them. You get them nothing over in Japan. They're cheap as anything.
Well, I think when I worked over there, we used to find them in like what they call the recycle shops, the secondhand shops.
Yeah.
Literally 100 yen. It's like a dollar for these bongos.
You should have bought as many as you could.
I know. And now I said like they're $50, $60. There you go, $67. Hang on.
Wow.
Actually, let's look at the sold ones rather. 137 for a complete in-box one. Sold just the bongo, 65. 115 with the game. Wow, that's insane. Yeah, 180 all in box, 200 all in box. Like,
I don't think we got the different games after that. Like, there's Donkey Konga 1, 2, and 3, but I don't think we got Konga 2 and 3 here. It's Japanese only.
I think we got 1 and 2, but 3 we didn't. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Hang on. Okay. No, I've got 1 and 2 Japanese, not 3. I thought I had 3. Never mind. So yeah, it's not actually a good time to get into GameCube collecting, is it? Now, if you've got the stuff, hey, it's a good good time to be.
Don't let the missus know that all these things are going up in price.
Yeah. So
be like, sell, get rid of it. You got too many.
Especially that one. Jesus, $250. That's crazy. It's crazy. Maybe that's just what Nintendo needs to do, is just make new versions of these, right? Make new Kirby Air Rise, new F-Zero, Super Mario Sunshine 2. Yeah. Well,
the Metroid Prime, I've got it here actually. So these two on the Wii, these are fairly rare as well. That gets a very good price. I got that for $20 at work. Still shrink wrapped.
Damn. Yeah, hold on to that, mate.
Metroid Trilogy, do you want it? I'll give you a house at how much? $20? Well, it's a bit high, mate. Yeah, I'll take it. Try not to give it away. It was at the time I bought it for 20. It was worth 150, and that wasn't sealed. So, but I unsealed it.
Oh, that's a shame. Actually, did I tell you I got ripped off recently over a GameCube game?
You didn't. Are we going to name and shame?
You know what? I am going to name and shame.
Name and shame. Name and shame.
Absolutely. Right. So I was at CEX, right, which is like a second-hand media store. You can find it in the UK.
A pawn shop for electronics.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. And they don't often get GameCube games, but they had Pikmin. And I was like, well, Pikmin 3 has just been announced to be coming out again. So maybe let's go check out the old one. I looked at it and it's like, it's in pretty good condition. It's not too bad. Take it to the front and they put the disc in, hand me the bag, and off I go. All right. And I was pretty pleased. $38, which is a little bit high.
It's a little steep, but yeah.
A little steep. Yeah, but I was, all right, let's give it a go. I don't often see them. Now, first thing I noticed when I took it out of the bag, I don't know if you can see what's written in the corner.
Oh, cover reprinted.
Cover reprinted. And I was like, already not happy. All right. But then I opened it. What's wrong with this case?
Oh, it's not even a GameCube case.
Not even a GameCube
So
game.
they have reprinted the cover. So they've literally taken a trade-in of the disc
Yep.
and charged you $38 just for the disc.
Yep. No manual. Dodgy case. And you know what I've just noticed here as well, which I don't think it makes me nostalgic or angrier. We'll see. All right. Nostangry? Is that a thing?
Nostangry. That's a good word. I like
Nostangry.
it. Nostangry.
There's an actual sticker on there. I don't know if you can see it.
From a Video Easy or Blockbuster.
Yep.
I'd be taking it back. I would.
I feel proper ripped off.
I'd be taking it back and having an old man rant.
I would. I should. I should.
You should.
Yeah. But there you go. Even dodgy printed versions in the wrong case are still selling for $38.
$38.
All right.
See you, Yak, huh? Oh,
Mm.
you know, watch that. Yeah.
So there you go.
I've
All right.
that from EB as well, buying a secondhand copy online, and it turns up in a nothing. You don't get nothing.
Oh no,
Fake
don't. I bought a
Like-
Demon Soul copy from them for like $45, and I was like, "Oh, that's steep," but you know, I want to
Yeah, I
try
want
it.
this game.
Yeah, and it arrived, and it was in one of their horrible EB cases with that stupid bunny printed on the front, and I was like, "No, I am not spending over $40 on this crappy, you know, printed case and just the disc. No, not happening." So, but hey, anyway, that's a whole other thing. But what's your guys' experience? Have you noticed that GameCube collecting seems to have shot up in price? Do you have any gems hidden around, or do you want to donate them to a good cause like Nick and I? You know.
Yeah. We'll take them off your hands.
All right, let us know what you're finding. You know, and yeah, leave a comment below.
See you guys.
Bye.